7 o'clock. All commissioners are present except for Phil, who has been excused because he is already said he was going to be gone.
I have an addition to the agenda.
Wastewater Services, Brenda and Kelly are here, and we are expecting our engineer.
Yes,
Roger.
yeah, because he provided me some paperwork, said he was going to bring you guys copies
Okay.
tonight, so I know they'll be here.
All right, now additions and deletions to the agenda.
I want to hear the report on how the voting went at the conference and what the issues were. Secondly, I want to discuss the fees that we're paying to send 2 commissioners to that meeting.
Okay.
Can I,
Any other additions or deletions?
I need to change the claims request for tonight.
Okay, which one?
The one for the amount of 868065.
Okay.
I need to alter that by $983.27, so it comes up to $9,663.92, and that's for the Guardian security bill that came in today. I'd like to get that taken care of.
Okay. Alrighty, any other additions or deletions to the agenda? Alright, carrying on, claims request form for 9/4/14 in the amount of $11,332.34. Have a motion?
Move approval.
Have a second? Discussion? All in favor? Alright, opposed? Claims request form for 9/23/14 in the amount of $9,663.92.
I have a comment on that.
What?
Was that
62?
62?
63.
9,663.92.
I got it wrong, thank you.
Move approval.
I have a comment. I want everybody to pay specific attention to lines 3 and 5, showing that there was $423.92 in mileage paid to 2 commissioners to attend this meeting. It will come up again.
Okay, we're in a second.
I made the motion.
Oh, I second.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Request form for 9/23/14 in the amount of $1,872.
This is for reimbursement on 2551 Blackbird.
Need a motion?
Move to accept.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
How are we doing on these? Have we got most of them done?
All except for 2, I believe.
Wow.
And what is their,
I haven't had any contact with them.
okay, did we agree to do this and go with the 90-day limit or not?
Yes, but legally, I think they can, legally,
Hi, how are ya?
they can ask after 90 days, and we have to get it looked out.
Oh,
You like them?
Oh, I hope so.
Somebody else has come
This
through.
other door,
Oh.
only one's open, I think, isn't it?
Oh, you've got the white door yet.
Just keeping the riffraff out.
So what, the one door's unlocked and the other one's not?
Yeah, he wasn't smart enough to figure out which one.
He's an engineer. He goes,
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
something wrong with this door. Don't look around.
At any rates,
Did you guys approve the?
so all the request forms were taken care of. Tom's question was about how many were left over for the,
Oh, yeah. So I believe there's 2, and there is that 90-day clause in there, but legally, the attorney said we have to honor it, even if they come down a year from now.
okay. Regular meeting for August 26th, 2014. Minutes, sorry.
I move approval.
Second,
I second.
discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, Brenda, it's to you. Please.
Okay. So expenses for wastewater. We are tracking on wastewater. We are tracking at 57%, and we are approximately 66% through the year, and you'll see that change we've dumped some money into contingency, so in order to balance your budget, that's where it's going. So you'll see we're gonna come right into line. Any questions on wastewater? On water? Water, we are tracking at 40%, and we are approximately 66% of the way. So next month, you'll see that come into line a little bit more too.
Okay, and you'd approve on this one, please.
So moved.
Second,
I do.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? Okay,
Treasurer's report. This is for August, and it balances back to your cash position, and then you'll see that $40,000 get dispersed that we did in September. It's getting dispersed out of your general account into your repairs and maintenance and capital projects.
we're still having a report?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing, I need an approval.
So moved.
Second,
I second.
any discussion? All in favor? All
Aye.
right, opposed? Okay, cash decision.
Next one's your cash position. This is just for review. It breaks it down so you guys can see that, and it balances back to your QuickBooks and your treasurer's report. Breaks it down between cash and investment.
Do we need to keep the PWTF loan on there?
Did we pay that off?
I
Yeah.
thought we paid it off.
So you guys can either, you guys will have to do a resolution to get rid of it, or you can do a name change. I asked you guys a couple months ago whether you guys want to do anything with that.
So I'd move
It's theirs.
I'd move to have a resolution done to get it off our books.
Okay. You don't want to just name it something else, and you want to get rid of it?
Whatever we can get away with that to me, I don't have a problem with PWFT or whatever loan, but you
Well-
got-
I think it's misleading, and I don't know what you would rename it.
Yeah, I'd just say we get rid of it. We got
We'll get rid of it if we want
operations, capital projects, and repairs.
to add something, make another resolution for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so there's need to be a second on it.
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
I do. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Fine. No, that's fine.
More discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So I'll drop resolution to close that account with the county.
Okay, again,
Petty cash. So this month we, let's see, Visa fees were $67.64, and then we wrote a check for a lien release to the Whatcom County auditor for a total of $139.64, which is also on your voucher.
Move approval of the checks totaling $139.64.
second?
I do.
Second. Well, you're just a real go-getter tonight, aren't you?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I can see,
You can what?
see. Put glasses on.
The next one's your collections report. That breaks it down between sewer and late fees, water and late fees, and then at the bottom it gives you a detailed breakdown by month.
That was FYI, any
Yep,
questions?
FYI.
Anyone?
The next one is your aged receivables. It breaks it down between August 19th and September 16th. And then in August, we processed 11 credit cards for just a little under $2,500 and $67 in fees.
And FYI, any questions? Okay, delinquent accounts.
Delinquent accounts, I don't think I've got anything new on those. Yep, nothing spectacular.
Any questions, anybody? All right, moving on, public forum. Okay. Kelly?
For August, operations and water were normal. Water quality was good. We are actually up a little bit from last year by about 26%, although our unaccounted for water was at about 6%, so that's pretty good for this time. Any questions on water?
So the missing water all of a sudden corrected itself?
Well, we've had some leak repairs,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, any other questions? Carry on, Kelly. Oh,
Wastewater, let's see, flows are down by about 4%. We had a DOE inspection this time and did kind of our annual calibrations of things. There's a copy of the DOE inspection report in your packet. I think the thing that basically you can cut to the chase on conclusions, and he is recommending that we get thermometers in the composite samplers, which is a pretty standard thing. The problem is we don't have refrigerated samplers, so I think it would be a good idea for us to consider replacing the samplers that we have with refrigerated. Right now we have to pack ice in there and then hope that the temperature stays at a certain level. We have requirements for that.
so that's just like one of those little boxes that you plug into your cigarette lighter?
As far as the sampler goes,
Yeah.
well, no, they're bigger than that. They're about the size of a under-counter refrigerator.
now is that something that's for in the office or in the shop there?
No, it takes a small sample over a 24-hour period at both the influent and the effluent
Automatically?
automatically.
Okay, all right.
Contact.
So it'd be outside, weatherproof.
Yes, it has to be
lockable?
outside and it has to be weatherproof. They run about $5,000 a piece, at least. Last time I checked,
Is it a lockable item?
they can be locked. Yes.
Just in case.
So I'll bring some quotes for replacing the samplers that we have with refrigerated.
So what do you do now? You pack it with ice for overnight?
Well, yeah, but we don't really monitor the temperature very well, so it's, we could be
Which is gonna make a difference in how it,
theoretically, yeah.
the
I don't think-
bacteria and, all that kind of, but-
The methods for sampling, they required it at 4 Celsius, and so
Have they ever said anything before about this?
You just have to find something.
yeah, I'm
We
sorry,
have the
Jackie.
same dipshit that we had before.
Yeah, he's the only inspector I have that comes to the plant every year and unannounced. But regardless of all of that, he's
Still
correct.
need
That
to
we
do
need
it.
to have a refrigerated sampler, and there needs to be thermometers in there.
Yeah.
So I'll bring you
Yeah.
cost on replacing those 2 samplers.
How
Other
long
than
does
that-
that take to get set up?
It's fairly easy to set them up. They're
Well, obviously we need them, so why don't somebody just make a motion right now?
well. I need to get prices.
Yeah,
from you, Tom.
I'm looking
I
for
really
it.
feel I appreciate you wanting to get it done, but I'd like to get some prices.
Okay.
Just
This is not a 30-day deadline or anything
no,
like that. yeah.
no.
So these pictures are the pictures of those samplers?
Yes, yeah, they're not
Not
very.
very clear.
Well, I have a color copy at the office.
At least they're not odorous.
You know, just for, if possible in the future, can you email us those pictures? I actually went to my email, well, maybe she,
And
no,
Kevin
no.
can show you them at the plant. They're just a little box that sits both at the influent and the effluent. And-
Well, if they're gonna cost around $5,000, we can certainly make a motion and fit the bid with not to exceed.
I'd like to
I'm
have-
not sure about it. I need to
Let's
double
just
check.
Yeah,
Quotes on it
and
first.
see what it is we exactly need.
Yeah, I need to double check.
Is that something we can install, or is the electrician have to install those?
No, we can install. It's just it's a plug-in and let it sit there, but they're
That's all.
expensive. And I don't know, Roger, have you purchased one recently?
No, I could ask around.
Yeah, I'm capable of that. I just it's been a long time since I purchased one, but I know they're spendy, especially the refrigerated ones. So,
That's all you had to pick apart?
that's it.
Well, you gotta like that.
Yeah, it was.
Well, he hasn't been bad to us, but he's
Just keep them happy.
Shows up every year, I know.
yeah.
Well, if we need them, we need them.
Yeah, well, he's doing his job.
Okay, anything else, Kelly?
I can, well, why don't, no, I'm on the agenda, so I'll talk with you about that later.
Okay, any other questions?
Yep, I gotta go first, and then you can have it.
Alrighty. Brenda, business management.
So, last month we talked about the iDrive. So I was able to purchase a terabyte on the iDrive for $44.62. That's an annual fee. Come up once a year, so I'll check with you guys next year. So all your stuff is being backed up to the cloud per se. I got a phone call from the auditor today. They want us to have our 2012 and 2013 stuff to them by the 4th of October. I guess I was kind of under the impression we didn't have to do that anymore. So at least not take it in to them. So I'm going to be calling them tomorrow to make sure that Sadie relayed to them that we don't have to do a detailed audit like that again.
This is a random audit then, basically, just.
No, we are supposed to do them every 3 years. It doesn't have to be in depth.
No.
They have to, I have to kind of give them some stuff to review, but I don't think I have to give them everything like I used to, because our audits are running $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and they've just increased their rates again. So I thought it was, my understanding was that it was kind of a condensed, cheaper version of an audit.
The audits always are more intensive when you have loans, and we don't have any loans, so
Okay.
it should be on a reduced schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be doing biosolids 6th, 7th, and 8th of October.
The what?
We'll be removing biosolids 6th,
Oh,
7th, and 8th.
okay.
Which pond?
It's always the third
third.
one.
Oh, we never do number one?
Mm-mm.
That'll be a stinky 3 days.
Yeah.
Lots
I
of
won't schedule
semi-trucks.
barbecues for those.
Lots of semi-trucks.
Well, you should have been on our street when the weather change came.
Oh,
And the
monster.
turnover.
Oh my God. I made Susan Bay 3 times.
Alrighty, anything else for Brenda for the management report? Alrighty, unfinished business. I got so many papers on that. Okay, capital projects valves.
I don't have anything for you on that, and I don't because I had scheduled digging up the valves, and we got to talking in our office, and it was pretty much the consensus that every time we've run into a situation like that, the real problem is within the tank, and usually it's because the center, the inlet outlet pipe is higher in one than the other.
Oh,
So I need to get a hold of a diving service and ask them to come out and go in and measure the height of both of those pipes, and they can inspect it at the same time. I think it's going to be similar in cost to digging them up, but I think it's going to be a better resolution to the problem.
Would you recommend just cleaning the tanks while they're in there? It's been 5 years I know of. Or no,
7.
it was before you guys came in.
Yeah, we'll definitely have them inspected, and then if they need cleaning and they're capable of doing it right then and there, I would probably recommend it. So let me get an estimate for a diver to go in there and do the measurements and inspect, and then I can add on to that the cleaning. It's basically, I think the last time I saw a diver do it, they had a little vacuum in there that they swam around with. So, yeah, as long you guys don't mind drinking bath water for a couple of days, right?
No.
Okay.
A couple of turds won't matter.
So if we
there
can't
shouldn't
isolate
be any
the,
in the tower.
well, I was just thinking, if we can't isolate those tanks for the wells to go directly in the distribution system, what does the diver do to get into, because he's in our drinking water?
No, he
What if
goes
he
in.
shards in our tanks?
Oh, he's not going to shard in the tanks.
Well,
No,
you
actually,
know.
I knew one of those divers, and they have these wet suits that are 100% disinfected from the time they put them on, and he's got stuff he sprays on himself. And
Yeah, it's all disinfected.
And so he's going basically right into the drinking water.
Yes.
Wow. I won't be drinking it that day.
So I actually think you've already approved $5,000 for this, and once I get something from a diving company, I'll email it to you all and then move forward with it. Telemetry, I'm waiting for the proposal on that.
Sorry, is there a Cynthia here? Somebody on the line is...
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
The telemetry, I had a company come out that has done radio work for us before. The problem is that you have to have power up there anyway. So this cable that we have buried in the ground, it's not going away.
No.
It's supplying power up there. So I asked the company to give us a quote on putting a little solar unit up there, and then I think I'll also get a quote for putting conduit in. Right now it's a direct bury cable was put in 76. It's going to fail. So I'm just waiting for that.
I saw that when they had that hole exposed over there at, you were there too, at the Sprague Valley Drive in Balfour, when Howard moved that, replaced that valve.
Oh, you saw the,
Yeah, and it just looked like a piece of blue Romex.
Yeah, it's just direct bury cable, and like I said, it's close to 40 years old now. 76. Well, it's older than that. Almost.
So
Well,
if
it's 45 years old.
you'll have more information about how to get the conduit up there and everything and more.
Well, yeah, I'll
staff.
talk with probably Howard and say, what are you going to charge us to bury a 2-inch conduit all the way up?
From basically the plant.
Well, it would be from
goes to the wells.
at least one of the wells. I don't know if we can arrange to have them talk to each other, but
Oh, you got to actually run them from well
no,
to.
it's a power supply. We have to have a receiver up there that is powered, so
Right.
it'll just be from one of the wells up. See, the problem right now is that cable carries the signal up there.
Mm-hmm.
The idea behind getting rid of, or going to the radio, was to get rid of the cable.
Right.
Well, regardless, we've got to have a cable running electricity up there, whether we have radio or not.
But that's what I mean. If we all need is power, which I'm sure is what, 110?
Well, it's low
Yeah.
voltage.
I mean, is it easier to come to there or go to the plant?
Well, we would probably go to the source of where it is now, and
Okay.
I'm going to guess that that's at well 2.
Because we would have to basically follow our water line too, right?
No,
to keep
not-
ourselves in an
Not
easement.
necessarily. We would stay.
Well, within.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, within an easement of the water line.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just curious.
So I'll have more information for you at the next meeting.
Okay.
But I kind of lost some of my. I wanted to get rid of that wire, but the answer to it is get it in a conduit so we can pull it in and out if we need to.
Yeah. Definitely.
But it's a bigger job than I was thinking. And they're going to quote us on also putting a little solar panel up there, which there was some question as to whether it would be effective because of the trees.
It's kind of dark there.
Yeah. So I guess all in all, I don't have much to report, but I will get the tank, the diver quote out to you by email so that maybe I can move forward with that.
Okay.
And then we'll have the telemetry for you at the next meeting.
Okay. I think.
And I should report to you that the technician who came up had his car damaged up here.
Don't even discuss it.
Okay, all
He's
right.
got his ears on.
Okay, well, I just
Yeah.
want you to know.
Phil backed into the poor bastard's truck. So Kelly didn't tell you that, I did. And then got out and screamed and cussed him for parking where he did.
Okay, so we have Roger here this evening.
Yeah, I forgot, I was just gonna tell you, I need to add water rates to the agenda,
Oh, you're too
Since I
late.
left him
Move
off.
on.
since I left you off the agenda.
Well, I was late in getting my stuff to Brenda, so it's not her fault, it's my fault. This is
I would rather blame her. It's kind of funny now.
well, no. So this is just a fee proposal to do a water utility rate study. It doesn't include the water GFC, and it doesn't include anything
There's a
sanitary
Smith.
sewer, just for water
Oh,
rates.
yeah.
Okay.
If you want something different, I can revise it.
It doesn't include what?
It doesn't include anything sewer, and it doesn't include connections and charges, GFC for water. It's just water utility rate,
Okay.
monthly rate.
So bottom line would be about $7,200 for you to put that together.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty.
On that, I'd like to suggest that we table that for tonight, because
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm all for 100% of going as long as we absolutely can without starting to go on meter water.
But I'd like to read through this and everything, and we'll have a discussion about it.
I'd like to mention that's an excellent price for the work that would be performed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But if we were going to start doing it next month, I could see doing all of this right now, but
Yeah. Well, it's a great price.
Only takes, what, 2 hours? Oh, that's just one part, okay.
That's just my part.
Boy, you're quick tonight, aren't you?
Great. Do you see all the stuff you want from me? That's gonna charge you extra.
Well, some of this
This price won't go up in 3 months, will it,
might be able to get stuff from just maps.
Roger?
Huh?
This price won't go up in 3 months.
No.
Good.
Okay, very good, thank you, Roger.
Yep.
So table, oh, somebody gonna make a motion?
I think Tom did.
I
Tom
did.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Second?
Yeah.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Alright. Okay. That is all for unfinished business. The new business, voting at meeting. That was a shorthand, right? Okay?
I can address all of those three things that I mentioned. Number one, we paid two commissioners $850 to drive down to Spokane for a meeting. I think that's outrageous. In fact, I thought it was so outrageous, I called Alaskan Air today, and not coach tickets, but first-class tickets from Bellingham to the conference were $69 for coach and $100.25 for first class. Now, my addition and subtraction say that that would net run us over $400. I don't think it's smart business sense to keep paying this kind of a mileage for something like that meeting. The second thing is, the people that we send to these meetings are supposed to represent the entire board. And I find out after the fact that there were issues that required voting. Now, the people I've talked to in this room weren't asked how they felt about that issue. They wouldn't ask what their vote would be. And I think it's a travesty that two people go down and make votes for everybody in this water district and don't even tell us or ask us what it's all about. That's the third thing. And you know, I understand that Phil is going to get paid for his round trip. That's illegal. He can't do that. Eventually, yes, he will come back. But he didn't do like Richard did and go down there and come right back. And it can't be lumped into his family vacation. And I don't care if you paid him or not, which obviously we did, but I think somebody should check with the auditor. Because it very specifically says you have to be paid for what you have done, and to this point, he hasn't done it.
So because he hasn't came back yet?
Right.
Is that-
Doesn't make any difference. He can't take district money and enhance his vacation with it. If we could do that, then one of us go down to Section 3 and then decide to go down and stay in Seattle overnight and charge for additional mileage. You can't do it. It has to be specific what we spend money for. That's why there's such crap about the Open Public Meetings Act.
Okay. Well, we voted on the mileage.
And then the last thing. 4 years ago, I was approached about sending not one commissioner like we used to do, and sending two, for the camaraderie and companionship, and plus the fact that we would have two votes instead of one. I can tell you right now, I am not for that anymore. If we can't send one person that will represent our district and come back with a report of what went on there, then we don't need to send anybody. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty. Anything else under new business? Is that everything?
You have 35 seconds to beat my record.
Oh, have an adjournment.
I have an adjournment.
Second posting and everything. Thank you very much.
7:32. Roger, you poor thing,
He
you
beat
have
me.
to drive all the way up here just for these.
Well, there's a show on. What is it tonight? Oh, it's on at 9.
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, no.
That's Monday night.
Working with Lake Stevens.